Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for February 6, 2023, the Activision Blizzard Punished edition. We begin with that story from CNN as Activision Blizzard settled charges with the SEC for $35 million regarding allegations the company violated whistleblower protection rules and lacked processes to collect workplace misconduct complaints. The interesting thing, of course, is that after the initial charges were filed against Activision Blizzard by employees, they completely denied these charges as led by their putative CEO in one of the worst email communications ever, saying that not only were the allegations wrong, but the people who brought the whistleblowing issues were just making them up. And they went on to then investigate, of course, and found nothing. Well, it turns out the big nothing has now cost them some $53 million in fines and penalties so far, and it's probably only going to get worse. The actions by Activision Blizzard were just beyond belief. The conduct of their CCO was inexcusable. Of course, the CEO didn't report any of this to the board because he didn't think they needed to know about it. So, next up, from Bloomberg, Trump and his putative lawyer, Alina Habba, have offered to post a $1.03 million bond to appeal a trial judge's order sanctioning them for $937,000 for filing their frivolous claim against Hillary Clinton and others. They haven't filed the bond, so I'm sure the judge will require the bond to be actually filed. But it looks like Trump and his attorney are going to appeal that. Good luck with that. Next up from the Financial Times, a new generation of workers is refusing to keep quiet on age discrimination at work. Business executive Louise McKay won a high-profile employment case in the UK for age discrimination and whistleblowing. She was awarded over £125,000 as the judge found the company had unfairly dismissed her and subjected her to discrimination for age and raising whistleblowing disclosures of the treatment of other staff. So a nice win in the United Kingdom for fighting both of these. And finally, a short story, Mr. Peeps, Bob Bourne, who brought marshmallow Peeps to the masses, and my personal bane at Easter, has passed away at age 98. So I didn't find any Peeps today, but I'm going to go out and look for some tomorrow. Goodbye, Mr. Peeps.
The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.